Legislation designed to pave the way for improved accountability and transparency topped the agenda in the Senate today. Attorney General Carl Bethel led off the debate, detailing the depth to which the new legislation will undergird government spending in the future. Here's DeAndre Williamson.
Attorney General Carl Bethel led off the debate on the fiscal responsibility bill in the upper chamber on Thursday. The legislation promises to provide accountability and transparency in the management of public finances. He believes this is a giant step to empower Bahamians with information to make sound judgments, providing parliamentary and public examination of the government's fiscal performance.
It is a bill that will subject the Minister of Finance and every Minister of Government to the oversight of its current account spendings, practices, projections, changes based on exigencies, all of these things, everything to do with the management of the annual budget is going to be subjected to the day-to-day scrutiny of a Fiscal Responsibility Council.
The bill requires the Minister of Finance to submit a fiscal strategy report to the Fiscal Responsibility Council and Parliament. By the first Tuesday in November, the report must be presented to Cabinet. However, the bill applies to all public entities and prohibits public officers from expending public money, creating debt, entering into any commitments, or creating liabilities for the government without lawful authority.
Accountability means the Prime Minister, start with him, the Minister of Finance, all the rest of you the ministers, the heads of local governments. You are accountable to Parliament. Well, the Constitution and everything else says that, but now we have a bill that is re-emphasizing that. It calls a principle of intergenerational equity. You know what that means? You can't borrow till the bank wouldn't lend no more, to such an extent that your grandchildren and their children have to pay for the good living you bought with borrowed money today.
With the Fiscal Responsibility Bill, the Attorney General indicates that projects like the government's purchase of the Grand Lucayan Hotel can stand the light of public scrutiny.
The same way I could stand in this camera and say that the government is resolute. We know we did what was right. We know that in what we have done will inure to the benefit of thousands of Bahamians in Grand Bahama and throughout this country. I could say that to the Bahamian people today. I'll say it to the Fiscal Responsibility Committee Council tomorrow.
Bethel says while the bill is a work in progress, transparency concerning government contracts will be given much consideration, as many contracts have been awarded by all governments before elections.
The report is going to have to put out and lay out on the table to the general public all contracts and service projects approved, all new spending since the budget. So, you can't jump slick. You can't call the election before the budget, because then you got a whole year's worth of contracted to explain in this report.
DeAndre Williamson, ZNS Network News.